we get on our high horse and think this is unique to some other place. Remember that during the Crusades and the Inquisition, people committed terrible deeds in the name of Christ.
That was President Obama at the National Prayer Breakfast on Thursday, comparing modern-day terror groups to the Crusades. The comparison, though, sparking outrage throughout the Christian community. So why is the White House still standing behind those comments?
Here to discuss this is our Fox News religion contributor that we love so much, Father Jonathan Morris.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
You know, it's great to be here, but I get sad when I hear that. It's sad, first of all, because what he said simply isn't true.
Because you feel guilty about what you did during the Crusades?
Tucker, no.
Okay.
Actually. But that was, yes. But because the comparison isn't true. It's not fair to suggest that the Crusades could anyway be compared to burning somebody alive right now in a cage. You know, the Crusades was a very, not that I would defend every action by every person or even Christian leader, even popes in the time of the Crusades, but the comparison? Please, ask a historian. I say that to the president, with all due respect. That's not a good comparison because it's not true. It's not fair. I say sad because when we need leaders who, in moments of great, great crisis, of having our allies being burned alive and beheaded, having prisoners of wars beheaded, and that we need our leaders to stand up and say, I will not make any analogies, I will not make any comparisons, we will make sure this stops.
Did you think it was a missed opportunity? Because you had clergy there, you had Protestant ministers, you had Catholic ministers, you had leaders from the Jewish faith as well as the Muslim faith. This was an opportunity for him to ask all of those leaders to pray for our country and to talk about those issues. Instead, it was almost like he was there condemning them.
Well, you know, I think a lot of what he said in his remarks were very good, very, you know, perfectly fine. And of course, we're jumping all over this, but that's when you're the president, you have to be careful not to say things that deserve to be jumped on. And yes, Ainsley, I think he did miss an opportunity not to say what he shouldn't have said.
What would you have liked to hear? What would you have liked to hear him say?
It's a prayer breakfast, right? So you don't make these stupid political comments at a prayer breakfast. You invite people to pray. You invite people, the country, to come back to its core beliefs and values. So that's what I would have liked.
So the Pope is coming to Washington. He's going to address Congress.
Yes.
I don't know the last time that happened. I don't know if it's ever happened.
It's never happened that a Pope has spoken to a joint session of Congress.
Interesting. So what's he going to say?
Well, what we know for sure is that Pope Francis doesn't do boring. He doesn't do blah.
That's for sure.
And
why is he going to Congress?
He's going to make all of us very uncomfortable. He's going to make both sides of the aisle very uncomfortable. He's going to talk about giving priority as government to take care of those who can't take care of themselves, right? But he's not going to say, therefore, give out all free money. You know, that's going to make some people nervous. He's also going to talk about protection of life. He's going to talk about the dignity of life. He's going to make all of us very nervous. All of us.
You're making me nervous just telling me about it.
Well, yeah, definitely. He makes me nervous on a regular basis. But because he speaks so practically, it's not in the sky. It's not all principles. He'll talk about principles, but he'll get right down and turn the screws on all of us.
Well, I can't wait to hear it. We'll have you back, obviously, to talk about it then. When is that, just so we can mark our calendars?
September 24th.
September 24th.
Thank you,
Father.
Thanks, guys. Happy Sunday morning.